awesome fat dad session for you. It's got me bollocks. Okay, so pinch this one. We used to do this one a bit when I was playing rugby. So it's a full length of the pitch, sprint up to the sides, about 100 metres, there or thereabouts. Then when you get to the other side, you want to, well, I'm going to progress and regress this for you. So the first thing you need to know, you're doing 10 sets. And to begin with, if you're like me, you're a bit deconditioned and this kind of thing's tough, then if you set off on the minute, every minute. So I'll give you an example. So you go watch, okay, I was watching my watch. When it gets to the top of the minute, I set off on the sprint and I've got a target in my head. So today, my goal, or well, what I did achieve on all 10 was keeping them all below 20 seconds. So I'm only just doing it on my watch there, so it's not fucking timing gates or anything professional, guys, but you know, just set yourself a target, that's the top and bottom of it. So then it takes me 40 seconds to walk to the post and back, or rather, I have got 40 seconds to walk to post and back. Wherever I get to, I set off. So I was actually doing it on the touch line. So running up the touch line, walk across the top to the post, walk back to the touch line. And we've been out of breath and that sort of thing. That was about 40 seconds. So I was setting off straight away on all 10 of them. And I kept all 10 below the 20 seconds, okay? But they were like on or around 20 seconds. So some might have been 21, some might have been 19. But there were none 25. But by the same token, sadly enough, there was none anywhere near 15. So, 2 takeaway messages from this post. Number 1, there's a session that, including your warm-up, a couple of laps of the pitch, a few stretches, less than 10 minutes, and then that main part of your session is 10 minutes. So definitely within a 30-minute period, you can do something very, very meaningful. I've worked hard there. I can tell I've worked. I'm short on time today. I'm returning back to the ranch in a minute, and that's what I'm doing for today. So, you know, less than 30 minutes, you've got a good little session for you there. The second thing is just to re-emphasise, we get good at what we do. So when I was playing, I had it in my head. I finished playing when I set my first gym up, so late 20s, maybe 28, something like that. When I was playing, I had it in my head, I've not done this one since, I could do that in 15 seconds with 15 seconds recovery. Now, what I think we used to do is do it in pairs. So one person would go and then you'd follow them. So 15 seconds working to get your 100 metres done, and then 15 seconds recovery, and we definitely used to do 10. Now, judging off how hard that is, either I'm unfit as fuck in terms of that type of fitness, or my memory's shit. One or the other. I think the slowest I was doing them in was maybe 20 seconds for the 100 metres with 20 seconds rest. Whatever it was definitely 1-to-1. So whatever time we were doing it in, we only had that much time off, and we used to do 10 of them in and amongst, you know, that might be just chucked in at the end of a session. So maybe some of the lads who used to play rugby with, maybe watching this video, can enlighten us. That was never my strength, that sort of goal pace with minimal recovery. I worked quite hard to be fit in that respect. In fact, I had to work quite hard to maintain any speed after about 15 metres actually, but that's a different story. So yeah, 2 takeaway tips. 1 is, that's a great session for you, but 2 is just, guys, we get good at what we do, don't we? Routine creates habits. When you're doing that type of shit twice a week over a 10-year period, 3 times a week, playing on a Saturday, you get very good at that type of stuff. It just goes to show a few years later, just because I'm in reasonable shape now does not entitle me to be good at that type of shit. And that's something I've highlighted to myself that I need more work on. So yeah, let me know how you're getting on, guys. Give it a whirl. Little outtake for you guys. You know me, I like to make these videos as actionable as possible. The goal is to reach people. I appreciate through videos on Facebook we're not reaching people that deeply, but people have saved me through Facebook, through one thing or another. Sometimes it's been through a bit of free advice with somebody that I look up to and respect, someone's been there and done it, and other times I've paid, and I've no problem admitting that. I've paid for support, I've paid for mentoring, I've paid to be part of programs, because I need to grow if I'm going to serve other people that follow me. So, little outtake, just sort of wrapping up, and thought that I'd mention this. So what I said was, we set off and do the sprint, okay, but I appreciate, like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm not the fittest, but I appreciate there'll be people who've not done anything for a long time, and me feeling like shit about doing it in 20 seconds instead of 15 probably doesn't make them feel great. But even if it takes you 30 seconds, the principle still applies, guys, and this is why I want to do this outtake, this bit at the end. So what you need to do is you need to choose a time period that you're going to set off on. Otherwise, we make poor choices when we're fatigued. So if you just go, oh fuck, I'll run, and when I feel like I'm recovered, I'll run back, you'll end up resting for too long. That's not the objective. So if you're finding that you're nowhere near being able to set off on the minute every minute, i.e. if it takes you 30 seconds to run, you've only got 30 seconds recovery, then just, it's like everything that I do on here, modify it to you. There's no right and wrong. I've probably fucking forgotten how we used to do it when I was playing rugby. I'm probably making it up. There's no set in stone standard. That might be something for you to aim at, but let's just say if that's really challenging for you, you're like, fuck, there's no way I can do this. Set off every 2 minutes. Set off every 3 minutes. Set off every 90 seconds. As long as you're recording what you do, then you do it twice at the same level. So you do it on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and you set off every 2 minutes and you do 10 reps. Okay, by the following week, your body will have adapted. Okay, so then you set off every 90 seconds. And you might find that your times get a bit quicker as well, just taking sort of 28 seconds instead of 30. And then you set off every 75 seconds, every minute. And then when you're a fucking machine, you can set off every 30 seconds and try and get them done. Whatever, that's maybe the gold standard to aim at. But certainly, before I start preaching about that, I need to get myself to that level. Hope this helps, guys.